Hi, Christie Walker Boss here, writer of romantic comedies. You know how people say you should write what you know? Well, I took that to heart, and for my first novel, The Magical Man List, I decided to use the story of how I met my husband as the basis for my novel. So I was working for this company, and it was in Irvine, and there was this freelance guy named Robbie. He was a graphic artist, and he was not my type at all. He had long hair, a beard. I used to call him the hairy, scary guy. Just not my type. But he just insisted that we go out on a date. So I figured the only way to get rid of him was to say, okay, I'll go on this date and just show him a terrible time. So on date night, I was a real bitch with a capital B. I was awful. I even slapped him when he tried to get me to go dancing. And after 2 hours, I ended the date, figuring he'd had enough. He insisted that he walk me to the car, and he wanted to know if he could ask me out again. And I'm like, hello, did you have fun? And he's like, well, no, but I thought it would be better the next time. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's just so persistent. So I said, no, this isn't going to happen again. And so then he wanted to know if he could kiss me. And I'm like, Jesus, no. So I just, said, okay, I'll give you a hug. So I did one of these kind of hug things. And I figured that would be the end of him. Well, for 2 years, this Robbie guy kept coming into my workplace and saying hi and being nice. And for 2 years, I hid from him. I'd go into the bathroom and sit on the toilet and look at my watch, 10 minutes, maybe he'd be gone. The front desk lady would give me a little call, go, he's here. And then, I'd hide behind the cubicle walls. It was just horrible. And in those 2 years, I was dating younger guys. I was a very naughty girl. I was dating guys in their 20s, and I was in my 40s. But eventually, I got tired of those boy toys, and I wanted to find my soulmate. So what I did was I created a list. This was going to be a wish list of 60, 70 things that were going to be perfect for me. And when I finished, my list was 65 things long. So it had everything from what kind of kisser he was to what kind of car he drove. So I decided I needed to plant my list somewhere where I could call to the universe to bring this person to me. So I drove up 395, which is in California, near the Sierras, and I planted my list at the top of this little outcrop. And I had to climb up there. I cut myself on my shin. There was blood. I thought, ooh, blood, very ceremonial, that'd be cool. And then once I buried the list, I shouted to the universe, bring him to me. I really did this ridiculous thing. So then I climbed back down, put a Band-Aid on my wound, and drove home. So about 2 months later, I was at work, and I come back from lunch, and here's this beautiful rose on the desk, on my computer. And I'm thinking, who's this from? So all of a sudden, I don't know why, but I thought, maybe it's from that Robbie guy. So I had his business card, because he worked for a company, and I emailed and I said, did you leave me a rose? And he's like, yeah, I did. And so we started emailing back and forth. And so I thought, you know what? I need to date this guy and use the list to see if this is the right guy. So we started dating, and after 2 months of dating, I had checked off 63 out of 65 items on the list. So this was the guy. This was the one. So this was such an amazing story that I fictionalized this with different characters, different situations, and created my first romantic novel, which was The Magical Man List. So I hope you'll check that out, and I hope you check me out at my website. I even have a little promo here, ChristieWalkerBoss.com. I have several novels and a free read. So have a great time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.